live in 4K. And listen, I think I found the best Beyblade game of all time, right? This game is I think it's really like up there. You feel me? Like in the like upcoming games. But this game is really fun. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's one of those oddly addicting games to where you get all kind of feels with it. But let me just break the game down. So first off, you know, you start off at this place over here. Don't mind my hoverboard. You all will unlock this soon if you're just starting out. So you're gonna start over here, right? Large rocks. There's small rocks over here, right? There's gonna see a lot of people grinding. See, there's bay points. There's a whole bunch of stuff to this game. So we start off. You have an unnamed Beyblade, right? This is like you have an unnamed Beyblade. Don't mind my ranking. I'm a little bit high, like 1400. No, let me stop. You can tell I've been playing the game. I got cool titles. My blader points to 3000. It's kind of low, but it can go up. It goes up over time. The more enemies and opponents you defeat. So you start off with these rocks. They're level 1 rocks here, and the thing about with these rocks is you get experience for them, and you get money, and anything too. And if you didn't notice, there's trainers, and this is going to be the biggest thing in this game. These trainers right here are going to be big. I'm playing on PlayStation, by the way, if y'all don't know. So you can play this game on PlayStation, PS4, PS5, Xbox, PC, mobile. You can play it on all platforms, basically. So, and to be honest, the game is a simple game, but it gets a little intricate. That's why it's like a good mix. Anybody can jump on and play. So, we start off with these rocks, there's trainers, and there's a whole bunch of dynamics to this game. There's move sets. You can see there's Awakening unlocked at level 25. There's a boost. There's moves you unlock along the way. And each, level up you get. Let me see if I can level up on this rock here. Too big of a rock. Let's go right here. We're going to rip right here. It's just a starter out to get your bay going. You get what I'm saying? Just to get your bay going. You see, I just got to level up. You see, I get money. I get XP. I get a level up. When I level up, you're going to see a red flash here. You're going to come here, click here. You're going to see the stats. This is where everything gets interesting. There's four types of stats. The main important ones are stamina, defense, and attack. So those are the main 3. And out of these 3, you're going to either use 2 and 2, like attack and stamina, or defense and stamina. Probably like 70% attack or 70% defense and like 30% stamina. Or you can go all stamina. I've been playing this game. I would have came up with more videos before, but I've been playing this game trying to get as much research and detail and everything about the game, because I know there's a lot of like unknown things. I've been playing in the ranked PvP servers, and I've been talking to people and top 100 players and stuff like that, and it's a lot of little things in this game. So this is that. You want to start your build off, however, you can go all stats and stamina and don't touch anything at all, and that can be work for you. And you can go all stats. No, you can go 70% attack, 30% stamina, 70% defense, 30% stamina, and a little bit of speed, maybe like 100 or 200 of speed, and that's pretty solid of a build. So speed you don't have to touch too much as of yet, unless they make a big buff to speed to where that's going to be an important stat. But as of right now, it's not the most important. So now let's get into the parts. So there's certain parts in the game to where, obviously you can customize your bay. I have a lot of these parts, but there's parts in the game and they all have different unique abilities, right? So the generic top, everything's gonna be generic because they start you off with nothing. They make you really like newbie, but it's fine. We'll get there. So generic top, you're gonna have. You can replace this with any other the tops you get, and how you get these parts. There's middle parts. There's all types of abilities for middle parts. There's bottom parts like the tip. No diddy, but there's bottom parts. All things like this is gonna be useful in the game because you're gonna get all abilities and moves for it. Then eventually, when you reach of level, you'll unlock your fragment, and you'll get these fragments from the bosses in the game. And the bosses, there's about 5 of them, and they all drop these fragments, which are very useful and makes your bay to the next level. Speaking of next level, let's get into the other important factor in the game. That's just the part. So you're gonna have moves like if you watch Beyblade, that like the Pegasus, the all those kind of moves, the lightning sword flat. I don't know the moves, I forgot them, but you know what I'm saying. I grew up on Beyblade and I mess with it, and they have the same similar moves from the shows, all the shows you watch in the game. So now you know all the basic information. Now we're gonna get a little more intricate. Here's we're gonna talk about this: the spirits and the crystals. Spirit is like kind of like your race. It's a very. We're gonna do one spin and see what we're gonna get. It's a race to where they have categories of them. The Templar spirit, you can see it's mainly based off defense. It's a very common one, 64% chance you're gonna get it. Most likely you're gonna, run away with this one. So it's not too much. Then there's the generic. You get what I'm saying? This is the most, basic one. They're gonna start you off with this one, which isn't bad to figure out what you may like in the game: defense, stamina, or attack. Who knows? And then there's a little bit more uncommon. These are a little bit harder to get, but the Miyamoto and the Shadow. Shadow is based off of speed. You disappear and flicker and flash when you use your boost move, as you see down here, the little boost move, which is pretty unique. Some people would love this one. Miyamoto's really good to start out with as well. If you're able to pull this, I think it's a good one. If you're on the attack side, we're going to go down to the rare ones. These are really hard to get, but if you do get them, keep in mind that you might not see it again for like quite some time. So Dryad, we have this one. I haven't seen much people with it, but I think my girlfriend has this one. It's a beautiful, elegant, yet dangerous spirit. I guess it possesses thorns that reflect damage and receive back to the attacker. So it's more based off defense. So it's a pretty good defensive rare one. I haven't used it. I haven't got it. We move on to Jester. Jester is a pretty unique one. It's kind of annoying though. Not only that it makes annoying sound, mainly because it makes annoying sound. Mainly that's the annoying part. And it also doesn't bring in much good attributes if you really think about it. Because if you think about it like this, it basically just makes a honka 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 like a clown sound when you're hitting your opponents. So it's not really the best. I'm not gonna lie. Then we got Buddha. Buddha is, not gonna lie, hands down top 3, not 3. Buddha's a really good one, and I'm gonna explain why. Because not only it's based off stamina, but it has a hybrid of the attack and defense in 2.5 points in defense and in attack. And also, if you read this, your blade will never stop spinning and also slowly regenerate stamina passively. So that means that when you have it, I had this on one of my bays. I'm going to show you now. Once you have Buddha, your blade just keeps regenerating energy. Because usually when you rip a blade, right, when you rip your blade, you see how your energy just goes down over time. You get what I'm saying? It goes down. All the way down. But with that one, it just keeps getting energy back, so it stays at 100. That's a trick with that. But that's a really hard one to get as well. It's in the rare category. Something that's, pretty good to try to get. If you get Buddha, probably try to keep it until you figure out how to use it. And in my hands, probably one of the best ones in the game, other than this one, but we're going to go over that in a minute, is the Dragon. The Dragon is based off the attack. I love attack because, you feel me? My dog Shy, I'm doing a YouTube video. Yes, sir. I love Dragon strictly because I love attack. I grew up watching the show. All of my favorite bays were more on the attack side, and the main thing about it, the damage you deal gets put into your health. So that's the main thing with Dragon. So you're dealing a lot of damage with Dragon, you're getting health back as well. So it's giving an act of Buddha and also the Miyamoto kind of mixed, which makes it really good. Then the glass build, I have a friend that has this build. My best friend has this build, and I don't know. This build is oddly, it's a 50-50 build. As it says, your attack is raised a lot, but your defense is reduced by a lot as well. So it's one of those builds to where you're gonna have to have your one-shot combo, or you're gonna, like one-shot combo, or you're gonna just be probably getting killed. So, but it's decent. I'm not working on my new babe, by the way, shot. I'm just doing a YouTube video, but so yeah, but and the unique. I'm waiting on y'all to catch up, shot. By the way, I'm waiting on y'all to catch up. But anyways, the unique, the Unbreakable build. This build, I have never seen it yet, but I think this would be. It's obviously 0.1 chance for a reason. It's literally the max stamina, max defense. 70% defense is increased, and it says your blade cannot be broken. Meaning that all those attacks might not affect you, and you're going to have a lot of stamina to where you're probably not dying. I don't know how good it is, but I'm hearing this is probably number 1 or number 2 best one in the game. That's why it's so hard to get. We're going to do a spin and see what we get now. We might not get anything. This is my third bait, but I'm not really working on it too much. We're just going to see what we get. Miyamoto, we'll take it. Not too bad, right? We'll take it. So now this is the whole, I'm just breaking down the game, the whole small leveling system on how the game works. After you get of level to level 10, 5, by doing these rocks, there's trainers. There's trainers all around the map. You're going to start here off with this trainer. You're going to go off to this trainer, and you get level 20. You're going to just keep going for it. There's a next zone here. The main thing where everything gets more interesting is these vending machines. These vending machines all contain parts. You get enough money, you get to do a spin. Let's do it real quick. It's going to give you a random part of a random tier in the vending machine. You get what I'm saying? So now you get all, and they're all around the map. You can look up locations. They're all around the map here. There's all in here. There's an upgrade machine here, which is very important to where you can, after you get a certain amount of, middles, tops, bottoms, layers, or auras, everything, you get to merge them and make something, and it gets to tier level. Here's where the game gets very interesting, because now to keep, you have to actually do your little math and do your little research on what parts you may want. You know what I'm saying? For an example, if I like this top right here, it has a protect ability, and I want to keep this top, I know I have to merge at least 2 of these to be for sure to get this top. So if I merge all these 3 of tier 1 to get it to tier 2, I know it's going to be the success rate of 100%, because not only is 3, and also I'm merging the ones I want. So that's when the game gets a little interesting. So that's the whole system with that. You can merge all the way up to tier 7, but it has to be, to merge an item, it has to be of the same tier. You get what I'm saying? So all these is the bronze level is tier 1. Green level, tier 2. Blue level, like here, tier 3. And then the tier 4 level is the gold. It'd be a gold looking thing. So I'm gonna get on my other build to show you guys how my stats are looking like on both builds. We got Cursed Phoenix here. Cursed Phoenix, we have a lot in attack, What's good, Polly? Y'all in tune for the YouTube video. It's dropping. So here we have my attack bay, and I got a lot of points in attack. A lot of points in stamina, but not that much. We're going more, we're going more 70%, around there, 65%, and then 30, 40% stamina. A little bit of speed is okay, but you see, I have tier 5 fragment, Dutrix top, and the thing with this, if you match the sets of all of the, say, look, these vending machines, they all have there's a set with it. Phoenix bottom, Phoenix middle, Phoenix top. Koken top, Koken middle, Koken bottom. Every vending machine comes with usually a set. When you match the set, you get a power increase of 7.5 or more. So the more you match, if you match all 3, to 15% power increase in both. For an example, let me show it to you. So I have a 7.5 power increase to everything on my blade, strictly because I'm matching the Dutrix top with the Dutrix middle. Had I found the Dutrix bottom, it would have went up to at least 15% in all. But it's fine, because whatever works for you, right? So this is my stats for my my attack bay, and it's very strong. Crystals now. Crystals is a big thing in the game. They spawn every 2 hours. It's very rare. It's very rare. It's very rare. Crystals is it's a hard thing to find. There's spawn locations. There's a whole bunch of videos to look up where they spawn, because they can spawn dang near anywhere. But they're very hard to find. And I was lucky enough to find a good amount of them. You get what I'm saying? So with crystals now, this makes your bay hit the next level. Here are the crystals. This makes your bay get the next level to where now your bay hits legendary status and all your stats get boosted. You know what I'm saying? And there's levels to this crystals. There's the tier 5 regular crystal, the tier 5 lightning crystal, which is a little bit harder to find and more rare. And there's also another crystal in the game which I recently found out about, which is called the tier of life. It's a green crystal. I forgot what it's called exactly. I'm still learning things, but it's a green crystal which is pretty rare to find, and it's based off of health and stamina, which is I think it's worth 100 million if I'm not mistaken. People sell it in lobbies for 100 million. There's this trading system. You can trade with players. Have a friend Polly here, and he's in our chat. You can trade with players. You can click on things to trade. You can put up money. You can put up however money you want. Just put up 5 billion. You know what I'm saying? You can put up money. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can do a lot to trade, and you can trade all the way down to fragments and even auras. And auras is another thing we can get into as well. It's a big thing in the game, strictly because auras are, it's hard to get. So let me walk you through. After you hit, these levels right here, you're going to come over. The first aura chance you get is at this boss here. This boss here will give you potentially 0.75% of bubble aura. I haven't gotten it. I wasn't lucky enough. My girlfriend got 3 of them. Doesn't make sense. But it's a good aura. And these auras, not only that they give you good looks, but they also give you boost to your whole entire stats, and they also give you boost to your power. Everything in this game is power, power, power. You want to have a high power. So anything you see power, you want to lean towards power. When it says plus 7.5, power, you need that, right? So you combine power from getting your crystal, power from your spirit, and then power from your moves. It's a lot of power. And then you throw on top of that an aura, which is, it starts off at a 10% power, which is a lot, which is, you can probably take down some high players just with 10%. You get your way up to 20% by, you can merge these auras you get from bosses, and so on and so forth. The more you play the game, the more auras you get. There's an Odyssey Tower you can get auras from. There's auras. It's hard to get, but they're there. You'll eventually get it the more you play the game. So let's get more intricate now. So now we're gonna get into what you do when you finally grind all your way through. Because you exploring the map, you get a hoverboard from the Bay Pit. Exploring the map, you figure out where you're gonna go. So after you hit 999, the level that everybody wants to hit, and it's worth it. Let's equip our Bay just to, when you hit that max, the current cap level in the game is 999, but there's people, as we can see on the leaderboards here, I'm gonna show you, there's people well over that max level limit, right? If you look at top level, ignore this. I think he's the creator of the game, so 100,000 is just crazy. But there's people that's level 3,000 in the game, and the max level is 999. And you may ask how, but the same thing is, as I go through, I have a hard time beating some of these high level trainers, and I don't get any, I don't get any type of XP at all. Once I recently figured out that this boss here has some really good drops. When I say good, not only all these fragments are good, but one of the best ones here is this one. This bronze essence allows you to exceed that 999. It's like an ultra XP boost, to where you can start leveling up. Like, probably each trainer can probably give you a whole level up. You get what I'm saying? On how much it boosts you. And it's a 5% chance he drops it, which is a really rare drop. So you may get it, pretty rare. He also has another rare drop, which is this aura, which gives you 20% power. And then another rare drop, the Forsaken aura, which seems like it's blue, so it might give you 30% power. But, this is all the end game. Beat that boss easy. Crazy. That's good for you, Nodi. But Poli. What's it call it? So basically, this is the world, the 999 world, and that's how you exceed that limit. I was lucky enough to obtain 3 of them, and hopefully more. This game takes a little bit of no life. You gotta have some dedication to get to that comp level. But if you're not willing to go there, you just want to get to 999 and call it, that's fine too. So there's a bronze essence. I was lucky to get 3 of them. And the best thing about this game, or what, I guess the most, the cheapest thing, I guess, is you can wait till the weekend to where they have double XP. Double XP is a big thing to where you can get about 100. It takes you about an hour. In an hour, you can get about 175 levels. Pretty easy, by just going around the map, doing trainers. And so far, I've clearly, as you can see, I had fun on this game. I have 2 blades over the 999 cap limit, both 1,000. One's a little bit more, but it's a very fun game. I think y'all should play it. I'm gonna do one fight to show y'all kind of what my moves look like, but it's really mainly to get better at PvP. That's the main reason why I'm playing this game. And all in all, it's a very fun game. I think if you're into Beyblade or ever was, you would definitely like this game. Let's fight this boss, see what he can give us real quick. And you just play around. You just trial and error mainly. All right, I didn't get to even use my moves. He's done. But it's really just trial and error. That's mainly what this game is. There's ores. I got this ore from. Oh, one last thing. Forgot. It's one thing you cannot leave out. As I'm still learning this game, there's things it's still, I'm learning every day. This tower is where you get points. This little gold points right here is a game changer in a way. Because these gold points you get from, it's like a survival run. They take you through trainers from 400 and they keep ranking you up and up and up all the way until in the thousands, high thousands. And you got to know your limit. To claim your money, you get your tokens. There's these vending machines in here, which are still getting worked on. The Angel set, if you're in the stamina, this is a good set. They have another Tronador set, pretty good. You can play around with all of these. There's parts that are gonna come out soon here. We don't know what that's gonna be. There's hoverboards in here. I think they all go the same speed as this one. This is the max 1,000,000 hoverboard. Here's my friend Poli has. There is the tower fragments here. These are all good fragments that you can't get from the bosses. And then the biggest thing with there is the auras. The aura you see me rocking here is the Venom set. And grinding to that 100,000 was not fun at all. But it was worth it because this gives me a 30% power increase. I'm praying I get the Limit Breaker one time because Limit Breaker seems like it would give me even more power and it might look better. I like the way this looks, but there's other ones you may want. The blood one's nice too, but this is the rarity. They say right here: common, uncommon, rare, legendary. The chance you can get them. I think so. Having to get a rare with this one, but not sure. I don't know if this is 1%. Still things I gotta learn, but that's basically the tower and what you can do with that. And that's basically it for now. Other than it's really just exploring. Everything you do is just like exploring how to do things, how to play the game, because it's a fun game. There's a whole bunch of stuff to do in this game. There's the PvP area over here. If we get to him, if you reach level 400, I believe, you're able to do PvP island right here. And then if you reach ranked, if you want to go ranked matches, like queued ranked matches, you get level 600. You can do that as well. But let's go check out the PvP island real quick before we wrap this up. The PvP island here has, we spawn in here. Oh, look, we got one of the legendary bays of all time. If y'all know about Beyblade, y'all already know what bay this is. But we have matches all around here. These are all people, all kinds of ranks. People, you're gonna see some really high ranks. We got a level top 100, top 1,000 player here. He's 185 in the world. You got another 300 here. So there's a lot of a lot of really good people here. I wouldn't recommend to come here when you're first starting out because you're going to just get humbled, and you're going to get humbled pretty bad. But the main thing about here, these little bay points you earn as you're killing bosses and killing NPCs, these blader points is going to be the ones to help you get things now in the PvP world that can also help you tremendously in your whole player and your whole bay. So now there's PvP fragments, which you can't get from boxes, which is pretty nice. There's auras, which I recently went and did a spin for and lost all of my blader points, as you can see. There's auras in here that are similar to the tower, which are really good. It's gonna give you a big power boost. there are also parts in here that you may like. There's defensive parts, there's stamina parts, and then there's just random PvP parts, you know, that you can play around with, see if you like. Cobra Top seems decent. Venom Bite, if you like that. Dragon Strike is always a good one. Yeah, it's really just mix matching and having fun with it and just figuring everything out in that sense, because that's how the game is, and it's really addicting because of the skill gap. Like, you know, when you get to battling these people and you get, you know, messed up, you kind of want to get better and you start grinding the game out. It kind of happened to me, but that's basically it for now. I think if you mess with Beyblade, you will like this game. I'm not gonna lie, it's a very addicting game, but especially if you have people to play with, it's a very addicting game. And I really think that it can get with the proper, you know, with the proper like maintenance and everything. This game can really turn into, you know, a really, you know what I'm saying, like a really up there game. Like, I'm not gonna just say Blox Fruit standard because I don't know how big Beyblade is in general, but I can say very up there in like the 100,000 and 50,000 average player range, and be one of those games if they, you know, if the devs, you know, put in the right things. I think they should add decals and spirits. I mean, spirits in a sense to where, you know, how the base spirit comes to life and stuff. The older game, they had it to where you can put in the code or decal code, and every time you pull out your bay or you awaken, you can see the spirit of the actual bay come over the on your screen, and see the logo, the picture, whatever you choose it to be, which is very unique to me. They should do something similar again. They should bring out burst knockouts instead of the opponents just disappearing. There's a lot of things that they can do to the game, and this game has only been out for a month and it's doing really well. Already hitting over hundreds of millions of players. So it's getting up there. I think, yeah, if y'all like it, y'all gonna, you know, this is a game y'all gonna really know life for real. But that's all, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and we'll be back with some more videos and more content. We're gone.